go to File, then go to New,
Gotcha.
then click on Audio File. And everybody else, go ahead and do this too. Go to File, New, and Audio File. All right, and then name your file. Okay. So look at these symbols down here on the bottom where I'm running my mouse. All right. You have your stop button, right? Your play button, your pause button. This is a large skip backward. This is a rewind. This is a forward, and this is a large skip forward, right? And then you have your big red record button. That's the magic, right? So say you want to go ahead and play with a sample, right? Or maybe create your final recording, right? So you say, row, 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 somebody's boat down the road. Row, row, row it down the road. Road, road. Okay. And now you stop that recording. All right. And now you have a picture of your voice here in front of you, right? So the next thing that you're going to want to do, right, is you're going to want to look at this and say, oh man, I'm noticing, right, some of my frequencies are going outside of the given range of the window that they've shown us. You see that? So these sound waves, right, these are all staying within this vertical range, right? But these right here, these are going outside. You see that? See how it goes past the top and down past the bottom? So these, so those limits, what that's showing you is that the outer edges, right, where those sound waves are going, it can when you break those limits or go beyond those limits, it can create some unwanted distortion, right? And it may be from how sensitive your microphone is. It may be from how loud you were speaking. There are a number of different things that can contribute to this, right? But there's an easy way to fix this. Ideally, you want to create an original recording that doesn't have clipping, but I'm not making y'all do that, right? And yeah, that's what the word for that is. It's called clipping. But you select all like that, right? Come over here to Effects. Effects is going to be your magic column. We're going to be in this a lot now. Right? Come down to amplitude and
when rock
compression.
Is broken down and
you're going to hit this button that says normalize. Right? So what normalize does is it takes your louds down, right? Your loudest stuff down without muting your stuff that's of the lowest volume, your quietest stuff, right? So we're going to apply that. Look at that. Now everything is fitting within a nice window, right? It's not perfect, right? But it's better than it was. Okay. Now, second, we want to try and get rid of some of this background noise, right? Okay, so the first thing that you want to do, right, is turn off everything that you can in the environment around you that's causing that noise, right? And that includes air conditioners, like it includes a fan, anything that makes a kind of hum, anything that moves the air around a lot now. If you have set yourself up properly here, and I should have mentioned this before, you want to make sure that somewhere in your recording, you leave a good few seconds of silence. And by silence, I mean you not speaking, right? You don't want any clicks or pops or anything else other than the room noise, right? Because when you have that, you're able to literally take a picture of that room noise, right? And Adobe uses that picture to remove it from the rest of the file, right? So check this out. You have your room noise here, right? You highlight it so that Adobe knows that you have a selection. This is the part of the file we're referring to, right? Then you're going to come over here to, what was our magic column? Do you guys remember? Magic tab. All right. Then you come over here, and now we're going to go to noise reduction and restoration. And this is where we're going to do the rest of our work, okay? So ultimately, you're going to want to perform a noise reduction, right? But before performing a noise reduction, you have to capture a noise print. And that's what I mean when I say the picture of the sound, right? So you have to have Adobe take a picture of that. So you click here, capture noise print, right? Hit OK. All that message is telling you that whatever you do with the noise reduction now is based on the noise print you just took. You can take another one later and it'll change that. But for now, we're working with the picture that you just took, that noise print that you captured. Okay, so we've still got the same section highlighted. Now let's go over here and apply that noise print. All right, so we're going to go back to noise reduction and restoration. And then we're going to hit noise reduction process, right? You don't have to worry about this. It's complicated. It just changes the degree to which you remove it and how much it searches for it. But hit apply. You guys see what just happened there in that last section? Now you have a flat line there, right? Because I was able to remove that sound. So check it out. See that? Nice and quiet. What we're going to do is we're just going to highlight everything, right? We're going to go back to effects. And then we're going to do the noise reduction process again. See that? So now, let's say I don't want to, I feel like I've cleaned the file up pretty well, right? But I don't actually want to keep all of the content that's in here, right? I've got some things that I want to cut out, right? So say I want to get rid of this, right? I'm going to look for little clicks and pops. I want to get rid of that one. I can see there are a couple of little clicks and pops there. Maybe that, right? Any of these tiny little notches, right? I'll get rid of that and say that. Now let's see what we're left with. Row, row, row. Row, row, row down the road. And there you have it, folks. Row, row, row it down the road. I mean, can we say it any better than that?
Makes sense.
It does, doesn't it? It doesn't make a bit of sense. But yeah, it does make sense. You go to File and then you go to Save As, okay? And then you save it as this WAV file, right? And when you do that, you know, you're gonna choose the folder, right, that you created. You go to save. Now what that's gonna do, right, is that is actually going to give you two files, right? It's going to give you the Adobe Audition file, right? And it's also going to give you the WAV file. Now, let's back out of that for a second. Sorry. There they are. Yeah. So sample audio, sample audio. Now, these are the ones that you want to keep working with. And I actually recommend whenever you open it back up, just open the Adobe Audition file because that is the one that has the most information. It's the most complex, right? It's the least simplified, right? And now you go to, when you want to finish it, you go to export, right? And then you go to File. Don't do multi-track mixdown or burn audio to CD or any of that. Go to File, and this is when you're going to save it as an MP3.